Natalie Berth here doing another LinkedIn profile review, mini review, what I can squeeze into 2.5 to 3 minutes. Uh, I was excited to do Susan's profile because I think that artists and folks in the arts grossly underestimate what can get accomplished on LinkedIn. A lot of people go over to Instagram with this, or even Pinterest, but mostly Instagram, I think, because it seems to be a very, very visual place. But I think there's a real opportunity over on LinkedIn to do something similar, perhaps not as vibrant, if you will, right? Because it's not all pictures, but there's something else to be doing that. Um, I will, want to talk about something that's a little bit different here. Normally, I would talk about this, which I'd like to see more words on, the headshot, and of course, do something a little bit more interesting with the headline. But the about section. This is really common because it's third person, especially for an artist. But this is also a really good opportunity for her to talk about her philosophy and approach to her art, right? And or her teaching of art. She's both an educator and an artist. I would skip all of that stuff. I don't care that she went to a certain school or any of that kind of information. What you can say is, I have been shown and collected internationally included, and then I would do, right? There's a list here. I would actually do it as opposed to in a paragraph format, a list format. Or if you have links to all of this, set up the publications section in your LinkedIn profile and um, list everything, the links with links and photos and what have you. Or you could also do that under speaking here in the project section, but unless there are specific projects. But you can, if there are links to them, you can also just put them in publications, and because you are the author, right, the artist in resident. But if you don't want to do that, then you list them. Not like this, but in like a line, because it's just easier to read, right? We are not reading paragraphs anymore, so we want to keep that as simple as possible. The featured section, she needs to pull up the services section, and the featured section is well done, but I would want to do something that tied in her branding a little bit better, that brought it down, because as an artist, we recognize that color attracts us to where we want to go. And so to bring that down so that this information's here. These are some great images of the work that she's done. I think that the featured section is also a really good opportunity for her to have graphics that says, one about like, talk to me about teaching, talk to me about, here's my portfolio or my website, the kind of work that I do and so on. Similar to what we'd put under the services section, but that would include this information. Just generally speaking, we can call ourselves excuse me, instead of self-employed, which is a term I hate, we want to say like artist in residence or artist, right? That could be then, and then the company would be her own name, Susan Rowe Harrison Arts, whatever it is that artists doing this. Either way, we want a landing page, a business page for this, and a business page for the teaching that you do. If you are actually working for these folks, they should have a landing page, a business page on LinkedIn. If they don't, ask them to create one. It's not that hard to do. Same thing with everything else here. That everything should have a business page. Doing this, remove the dates and all the stuff that's going on with this. This is a really good start of some of the projects, which I think feed back to what's going on further up here. And here are some of the publications where she has been done. So she's got some really good information here. I would love to also see some recommendations and that kind of information as well. Like, take advantage of everything that you have here to get it up. People are going to check you out, even if you're on Instagram. So you might as well do something about it. Okay, thank you so much, Susan, for allowing me to review your profile. If you would like one as well, anyone who's watching this, make a note in the comments and I'll tag you when I'm able to do it. Thanks.